when I was at school, you were expected to go to school, nod your head when the teacher said whatever the teacher said, and agree to them. And then we went through the next stage where you were allowed to be creative and encouraged to be creative, but you still had to come up with the same answer the teacher had in the first place, but you were to get there creatively. And then we congratulated ourselves that we were creative teachers. I think we have moved on from that.
Now, do you remember the story about George? Yes. The lesson is about George, who was shoplifting, and how the consequences of George's actions from shoplifting were going to affect other people in his life. When we are using our thinking skills, can anybody tell me what's the first thing we do? What do we sort ourselves out to do, Louise?
We sort ourselves into encourager, scribe, manager and reporter.
Yes, into our roles. And on your table you all have your cards, and you have on that your manager, your scribe, your encourager and your reporter.
The manager helps organise it and make sure that everyone had a go, and the scribe is the one that writes down all of the ideas that people came up with. The encourager is the one that encourages people and says, like, that's brilliant, that's good work and things like that. And the reporter is the one that reports everything that the scribe has written down in the page.
Okay, is everybody doing a different role to the one they did the last time?
Thinking skills has become part of the overt curriculum. We know that they actually need to be taught those skills so that they have them when they meet a difficulty or a problem, and that they know that they actually can cope with this.
Thinking skills is sort of about working in a group and coming up with answers, and it's sort of like a break for your work.
Say I was doing a sentence and I got stuck, someone else could help me do it.
Yeah. It's really good to help you listen to other people.
What you are going to do, you're going to try and get inside the head of George's family. You have to imagine you're his mummy or his daddy or his brother or his sister, and you have to imagine how you're going to feel about George when you hear that he is shoplifted.
What would his family feel about it? They would feel like they wouldn't trust him or something. Yeah, they would no trust. Yeah, no trust. Lose trust. Yeah, lose trust. And that's lose friends. They would be quite angry at him and like grounded or something. Lost in respect. I lost respect. Lose respect.
It's a big change to traditional ways of teaching, but then the curriculum is changing, so it fits in that we're not so content based now, and it is developing skills for the children so that the children are taking more responsibility for their learning and they're having to think, which sometimes they didn't have to do. It challenges them, but it also, they really enjoy it. All children of every ability can take part in it. You don't have to differentiate the lesson because they're all working together and everybody has an opportunity to take on a role.
I kind of like giving him the cold shoulder.
Cold shoulder?
Yeah.
Why?
He brought a disgrace on the whole family.
By
Just
shoplifting?
him.
Okay, that's
If he had a brother or sister.
Not all children learn through the same approach. Some need to be up around the classroom talking, dare I say, messing about with equipment and all those kind of things. And then there are other learners, and we have to recognise that in our classrooms and promote it.
Why'd you write it upside down?
Reactions and feelings?
Yeah.
Whose reactions?
His teacher or his friends or his family.
What they act like after, that's a good way of putting it, Heidi.
That would be very sad if I couldn't send somebody in the class down to the office. You have to let the children take control of what they're doing. You have to let them be the manager of it, and you take back whatever they come up with. I mean, their ideas can be off course and you can guide them.
So you wouldn't lend them a pencil around the class?
You have to relax a wee bit, go with the children as such, so there's a change in that way, but they enjoy it and they get a lot out of it, so it's worth it. We will start with the back table then. Who's the reporter?
Jack.
Jack, stand up, and big loud voice, Jack. So we're thinking about Jack first of all, the feelings.
Yeah. They won't trust him anymore. Lack of respect. Disappointed because he let them down.
So well done, very good. Who's the recorder at this table? Is it you, Matthew? Up you hop.
Lose trust in him. They would punish him. Loss of respect.
Very good. Loss of trust and respect because he shoplifted. Okay. And nearly all of the groups came up with those words. We also had disappointed, shocked, ashamed.
Learning is such an exciting thing for all of us because it opens us up and it unlocks all the abilities that we have in there. But you need to be able to say, well, allow the person the freedom to do that.
How would you apply what you were thinking about today to areas of your life? So you were thinking about how the consequences of George stealing would affect his life. Okay, so you all did really, really well. One last question. What really made you think today? What hurt your brain?
Trying to fit into the other people's mind and see it from their perspective.
Excellent, well done.
It's like a break for kids, and because if one school does it, everybody or every school won't, because it's just really fun for kids.
It's very fun. It's not like normal lessons.
In the long term, definitely they're more engaged, and the work they produce and the vocabulary even that they use and the teaching that you do is much more productive.
You have to believe that the personal and the social development of children is as important, if not more important, as their cognitive learning. Because when they are happy, fulfilled, successful individuals, they will be good learners and they will achieve.